Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. We are back again with a new video. We are back with another Python project which is currency converter between currencies using live rates. So let's start this by understanding the code. So here in this code, firstly in the first line we install the libraries, which is tkinter. We install it as tk, and here in the next line ttk provides modern tkinter widgets like drop down, and at last import request. Request is to fetch live currency exchange data from the API, and message box to show error warning and dialogues. And now we'll write the function to fetch exchange rates. So here in this function, here it constructs API URL using from currency, and this calls the API with request.get and converts the response to JSON dictionary. And here in this code, in this URL, this builds the API URL by substituting the base currency. Many public rate APIs use this pattern, which is latest base. Then here this response is equals to request.get URL. This performs a synchronous HTTP GET, which is important. This call blocks the thread until the request completes or gives the error. In your program, that is the GUI thread. So during the HTTP call, the UI will freeze until it returns. Then here data is equals to respond.json. This passes the JSON body into a Python dictionary. If the response is not valid, JSON will raise a value error, which is error fetching the data. Then in this if statement, it is a minimal sanity check that ensures the API returned the accepted top level key. If not, we raise an exception to be handled in the except block. Then here in this line, this looks up the numeric exchange rate for two currency in the rates dictionary, which is a potential issue. If two currency is not in the rates dictionary, this raises key error. It is not separately handled here, but we will caught by the except. So the API may return currencies in uppercase, lowercase mismatch. So this code assumes the user selected value matches key exactly. Now in this line converted amount, this calculates amount into rate and rounds to 2 decimal places for display. So this round returns to a float or int if no fractional part. Then in this returns the converted numeric value back to the caller. Now in the except part, this catch all handler, which shows a pop-up with the error message and returns none because it catches exception. It will handle network error and JSON errors, key errors, and any other exception that thrown in the try block using a broad exception in simple, but you may want to handle specific exception differently in a refined app. Now we'll write the function for button clicks. So here in this line, this get function on a ttk.com box, this returns the current text value shown in that widget. So these are the strings such as USD or INR. And here amount is equals to float. This reads the content of the entry widget as a string and convert it into a float. If the content cannot be passed, for example if it is an empty string, it raises a value error which is caught by the exception below. Then in this line here, result is equals to get rate. This calls the network function to fetch rates and compute conversion. If an error happens there, get rate returns none. Then in the if statement, here only update the result label if get rate returned a valid numeric value. So result label config, this sets the text property of the label and updates the GUI. Then in the except value error part, this catches the float conversion failure and alerts the user with a pop-up. Now we'll set up the GUI. So root is equals to tk.tk. This creates the main application window. This must be called before creating the widgets, and root.title sets the title to the window, and root.geometry sets the window size, and root.resizable, this disables user resizing horizontally and vertically. Now we'll give the currency option. So here we have given USD, INR, EUR, GBP, JPY, OD and CAD. So this is a simple Python list of currency codes. And now in this part, so here this creates a text label widget that is the child of root, and dot pack here this places the widget into the window using tkinter's pack geometry manager and adds a vertical padding above and below the widget. So the pack manager stacks widget in the order they are packed. And here from currency, in this line, this creates a drop down combo box widget and assign it to the variable from currency. And in these two lines, this sets the visible current value of the combo box to USD, and this last line, this places the combo box into the window below the label. And then in this line, this has the same structure as the from widget, which is default value set to INR. Now here for amount entry, this label prompts the user and amount entry is equals to tk.entry. This creates a simple single line text input widget which is used by the tk.entry, which is also fine. And amount.entry.pack this places in the layout. And now in the convert button, this creates a button labeled convert, and command is equals to convert currency. This attaches the function that will be executed when the button is clicked. tkinter will call that function with no arguments. And in the color, bg is equals to green. This is the background color which is set to green. And dot pack, this places the button with slightly larger vertical padding. And in the result label, this creates a label used to show the conversion result initially text which is empty, and here we have used the font Arial with 12 and bold. And at last, this starts tkinter event loop. This calls blocks and hands control to the tkinter process, user events and everything. So let's see its output. So here you can see the currency converter. So here the value is set to USD and here the currency is set to INR. So let's convert this. So I am entering the value 100, and as we'll convert this, so this will give means 100 USD is 8,833 rupees in Indian rupees. So we can check for another value also. So as you can see, a simple and smooth calculation here. So if you like this video, do like, share and subscribe for more Python tutorials, and thanks for watching today's video.